I really need a wee. I need to go to the toilet. Welcome, friends, to Hilarious Name Pending, episode number 4. This is the #1 video game news show on the internet, according to my mum. Anyway, let's see how many copyright strikes I can gather up this week. Fuck you, Activision. Fuck you. Darksiders 3 is coming. Darksiders 3 is ejaculating. So after a little bit of leakage earlier in the week, THQ Nordic took off its thinly veiled undergarments and revealed something that's been long overdue. Darksiders 3. After becoming a bit of a cult hit, the Darksiders franchise hit a little bit of a bump in the road a few years back when publisher THQ made a colossal fuck up. They borrowed money from the wrong people, ended up going completely broke, and in turn had to sell off all of their video game assets. Fortunately for us, Nordic Games picked up the Darksiders franchise, and later adopted the THQ moniker in order to keep the name of the historic publishing brand alive. Since acquiring the franchise, THQ have released remasters of both Darksiders 1 and 2, which set the rumour mill alight with rumblings of a potential Darksiders 3. Lo and behold, we now live in that world, where Darksiders 3 is a real thing and is penciled in for a 2018 release date. Under development at Gunfire Games, Darksiders 3 is set to follow Fury, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the Darksiders universe, as she sets out to take on the 7 deadly sins. She's also got a whip and some magic and some other kind of crazy shit that we saw in the trailer, and that's all we know. That's all that THQ Nordic and Gunfire Games is giving us at the minute. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say on this. Maybe I should play those games. I might play those games. I might play those games for you. That might be an idea. PlayStation 4 sales outpaced the PlayStation 2. Remember back in 2012 when everybody thought console gaming wouldn't be around for much longer and that the PS4 and Xbox One would be complete failures? Well, guess what? They were fucking wrong, mate. Last week, Sony made public its latest PlayStation 4 sales figures, which also indicated how the PlayStation 4 continues to outpace the ever-popular PlayStation 2. Analyst and gaming data guru Daniel Ahmed, all hail that guy, follow him on Twitter, fucking genius, posted this image on Twitter, showing that after 41 months on the market, the PlayStation 4 is hovering around the 60 million unit mark. In that same time period, the PlayStation 2 was just shy of 55 million units. Does this mean that the PS4 is going to take the crown from the best-selling console of all time? Probably not. You have to remember that the PlayStation 2 had a full 10 years on the market, and with mid-generation upgrades like the PS4 Pro, it's hard to see how the PlayStation 4 Standard Edition is going to be maintaining that pace in the future. Still, it is impressive, positioning the console at the 12th best-selling console of all time, a full 4 spots above and 30 million units higher than its main rival Xbox One. And let the console wars begin. The E3 schedule is taking shape. We're only a few weeks out now from one of the biggest occasions in the gaming calendar, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, better known as E3, because there's 3 E's and, you know, they think they're funny. And now we're finally getting a glimpse of what the E3 2017 schedule is going to look like. And there's a bit of a shuffle around this year. Although Sony confirmed they'll be taking up their usual Monday evening slot at the Shrine Auditorium in LA, or 2 AM on a Tuesday morning in a damp council house for the most of us, Microsoft has opted to shift its conference to Sunday, the 11th of June, joining the rising powerhouse Bethesda on the Holy Day lineup. Why exactly have they done this? Well, that's anyone's guess. You gotta ask Big Phil Spencer for that one. But it's not too much of a stretch to assume that Microsoft is doing this to get out of the way of PlayStation and its ever-impressive conferences. Seriously, the last 4 years have been killer. Microsoft have got to give that Project Scorpio some breathing room and some time to sink into people's heads and possibly their wallets. So what about the third-party stragglers? Well, EA and whatever EA Play is supposed to be are holding their media conference on Saturday because they don't like E3 anymore and they're desperately wanting EA Play to be just as important. Mate, what you got? You got FIFA. Great. And Ubisoft, meanwhile? Well, typically, they're late to the party. They're yet to confirm when exactly their media briefing will be. But expect the usual Ubisoft, though, taking up that slot just before Sony, in a conference filled with soon-to-be-broken promises and an uncomfortably long demo of Just Dance. How's that not dead yet? New Nintendo 2DS XL is announced. Or is it Nintendo... New Nintendo, new 2DS, new Nintendo, I don't know, they're really shit at naming their consoles. It seems like every time I do one of these, there's yet another Nintendo cock-up to cover. After cancelling the NES Classic Mini and claiming there's not enough resources to keep producing that collector's item, Nintendo have since announced this, the new Nintendo 2DS XL. So apparently there's not enough resources in one of the biggest gaming companies in the world to make something people actually want, but plenty of resources hanging around to produce something that flies directly in the face of that hybrid handheld console you just released. You know, the one that launched not 2 months ago You know, what was it called? Oh yeah, the Nintendo Switch. Like, seriously, are you stupid? You've got a new console that you rush to market that is feature incomplete and lacking games, and then you announce this. I can't fathom the thinking behind this. You've given would-be Switch buyers, which is a console you desperately need to sell this time around, a cheaper alternative that has more games, is more feature complete, and has access to your virtual console. I'm getting tired of this nonsense, Nintendo. You need to succeed. I want you to succeed. I think you're a great company with great ideas. But at this point, you're literally tying the knot of the very noose that your limp, lifeless body is going to be hanging from. And you're doing it with a vacant smile smeared across your smug, stupid face. Get your shit together, Reggie. Come on. And that's that, folks. Another week full of video game outrage, surprise announcements, and more Nintendo antics. Like, I'm getting bored of covering Nintendo. Just do something good. Do something good. So, did I miss anything this week? Do you think the PS4 will actually topple the PS2? Do you actually think Nintendo's business decisions are decent? Let me know in the comments below, or over on Twitter at DarylDoes. Come and tell me what a piece of shit I am. Come on. Bye. I had a haircut. You sexy little boy, you.